Mimi and Tyler Ford.
Story out, you're right, BK, but that's more towards the end of our story.
He's going to like my picture at the end of the story here.
Anyway, we were first introduced to Vemma in March of 2007 by our most inspirational upline, Annie Black. Thank you, Annie. That was an awesome video that you did. Oh, there she is taking pictures. She sent us 2 V2s and a bodyguard brochure and your Business from Home magazine. So when we got it, we shook those V2s up and we took them right away, and I got so much energy from it. I felt so great. It was like, wow.
And this was in the evening when we both got home from work, and Mimi's running around the house like a crazy woman with all this energy. And I took the bodyguard brochure and the magazine, and I went back to my office, and I read the magazine from front to back, and then the bodyguard brochure, and that's really what got my attention. I couldn't believe that 1 2-ounce serving of Vemma had the nutritional value of 4 grocery bags of fruits and vegetables. And Mimi and I, being really athletic and always pushing our bodies to an extreme, we're way into health and nutrition. And so we went to bed that night, and when I woke up the next morning, I was already missing my Vemma. So on the brochure that Annie sent, I booted up my computer, logged on, and we ordered $300, the basic builder pack. And at that time, I said, Meme, we're just taking the product. I want nothing to do with the business. Don't bug me about the business. We're just going to take a great nutrition product and see what it does for the next 30 to 40 days. And meanwhile...
Well, I figured if I'm going to take this product, I better learn a little bit about it. So I got on a conference call. And on the conference call, they were giving all these great testimonials about what Vemma can do for you, and I was really, really impressed by it. My nephew, who had been really sick and had some health challenges, I thought of him immediately, so I sent some off to him and shared it with him, and he had some really great results. And after that happened, I knew that this is what I was meant to do, was to share Vemma and now Verve and now Vemma Thirst with everyone I could. And so I knew that was my mission and what I was meant to do for the rest of my life.
And so about 3 months later, it's now middle of May 2007, first part of June, and my background is the mortgage business. And I'd been in the business for about 8 years, done really well, used to a nice monthly income stream. And about a year and a half prior, Mimi and I bought and built our dream home that we were really attached to. And during this time, my pipeline just started to dry up. It's when the banking industry just cut off financing. The whole mortgage and real estate industry was just coming to a screaming halt. And I started to have some real sleepless nights. And I would come home at night and go, Meme, what are we going to do? Because I could just feel it. And Mimi's answer was,
Vemma.
And so this went on another week. I'd come home kind of depressed about what was going on just because I couldn't control it. And again, pipeline's drying up, the phone's not ringing. I'd come home and Mimi would say,
Vemma.
And so one day I'm sitting in my office, and I didn't tell Mimi I was going to do this. It was early morning, phone's not ringing. I'm used to being really productive, and I just have a hard time sitting around. So that morning, I decided to jump in my car and drive to Phoenix. And for me, my credibility is important, and I knew that she wasn't going to leave me alone on Vemma. And so I drove up to Phoenix because my credibility is really important, and I wanted to see the corporate office and take a tour. And then I also wanted to, I was bugging Ruth and Gary because I wanted to understand the comp plan. And their answer was, go share the product, sign people up, you'll figure it out, and that's how you get paid. And so, so that kind of bugged me because I wanted to know if I was going to go talk about the opportunity, I wanted to be able to speak intelligently about what it is that I was sharing. So I walked into the corporate office, they gave me a tour, and I said, I also don't understand the comp plan, and I'm not leaving here until I get it. Well, they explained it to me, I still didn't get it. And so the advice that Ruth and Gary gave us was good advice. Go share a product, go to your cycle tracker, and you're going to figure it out. And so as I drove home that night, one thing my dad always told me is bet on the jockey and not the horse. And as I drove home, I just had this sense of peace, because even though I knew we were going to be struggling financially and we were going to have to make some changes, I knew we were with a great company and an opportunity that we could make some money with. So with BK being the jockey, and we've got the best one in the industry, tied to a great horse, which is our whole entire Vemma product line, Mimi and I went to work. And the first 30 days of building the business, we enrolled 30 to 30-some people. We made $2,300 our first full month of working it, and have not made less since. And that $2,300 was our goal, because that was enough money to pay the mortgage. And in July of 2007, the company that I worked for, First Magnus Financial, which at the time was the largest privately held mortgage company in the country in Tucson, filed bankruptcy and shut their doors. So I was out of a job.
And our dream home could not be afforded by a dental hygiene salary and the money that we were making in Vemma. Although we were doing very well, it just didn't support our lifestyle. So we sold our home, and we went from 3,500 square foot to 1,500 square foot rental. I haven't been in a rental since college, so it was very difficult. And we called it the cave. We lived in the cave, and we had to make a decision. So it was either we were going to curl up in a ball and die in the cave, or we were going to get up and go to work and make this happen so that we can have another home, dream home. And so we knew that we wouldn't be able to do it where we were at the time, so we worked on ourselves. And we worked on our self-development and read a lot of books and worked on who we were and who we have become. And so since then, we have our new home, and I was able to retire from my 27-year-old dental hygiene career this summer. We went to Tahoe for a couple of months over the summer. I haven't been able to do that for over 20 years, take off for the summer. And in Arizona, it's nice to take off in the summer. And so that leads us into what we want to share with you, and that is to hold on to your dreams. Don't let anyone take your dreams from you, not even your husband.
I deserve it. She's always bus rolling me.
And believe in your dreams. First off, you need to believe in your product. Vemma is the best product out there. Believe in your company. We have a wonderful company with a wonderful leader. BK, thank you for your vision and giving us this opportunity that we have. And last but not the most important is to believe in yourselves. And when you can believe in yourselves, it's amazing on the dreams that you can succeed.
And real quickly, a couple other things that we did is we took massive action. And like Tom and Ruth were talking about, we made it a goal at the very beginning to go out and talk to 2 people a day, 5 days a week. And if you do the math, that's 40 people a month. And out of that, you're going to get anywhere from 5 to 12 new brand partners a month. And I don't know, for some reason, we just did it. And we still continue to do it to this day, and we just made it a habit. And I used to come home at night at the beginning, and Mimi would get in my face and go, "How many people did you enroll?" And I'd be like, "Shut up."
It's always a competition.
And then so one day I'm like, game on. So I said I came home and I enrolled 3 people. And this went on for a good, I'd say 60 to 90 days when we first started and took massive action. And lastly, we want to leave you with this message. If you could pull up the photo. And there's a short story behind this picture. We were in Virginia Beach, and we've got an awesome Virginia Beach team. You guys,
we love our Virginia Beach.
So about a year ago, right after convention, Mimi and I went to Virginia Beach to do a meeting. And BK, this photo's for you. And I took that. When we walked out of the meeting, there was a car sitting in the parking lot, and it had "Don't Quit" on the license plate. And I took a photo of that, and I put it on my screensaver and desktop, and I've been staring at it ever since. So we want to leave you with this one message. If you do nothing but don't quit and go out and share the Vemma products every day, you will be successful. It's just a matter of time. Don't quit.